Hello, and welcome to Fresh Waters Productions, a channel dedicated to showcasing great games outside of the modern AAA gaming industry. Today, we'll be talking about Shadowrun Hong Kong, our final entry in the Harebrained Schemes trilogy. Shadowrun Hong Kong takes place after the end of both of the previous games, though the game hints at what was going on in both locations after your parts in them ended. The story begins with your character getting a message from your foster father Raymond Black, telling you to meet him in Hong Kong right away, and giving you a bit of money for the trip. Your character has already had a great deal of history before the game starts. You and your old buddy Duncan were sinless kids on the streets of the Redmond Barrens, a radioactive hellhole in the depths of Seattle, where the first game took place. Raymond Black adopted you and brought you out of poverty. He was a strict parent, being hard on both your character and Duncan. At one point, your character left home for a job, and you were imprisoned in a corporate black site for several years. After being released, your character attempted to start their life again, when Raymond somehow found their number and sent the call. However, when you get to Hong Kong, you find Duncan waiting for you, but no Raymond. He's gone, and it's up to you to find out what happened to him, and more importantly, why he so desperately needed to get you to Hong Kong. In terms of story, while it is not quite the same cynical morality tale that many of the missions in Dragonfall were, this game is arguably the most deeply connected to the magical, horrific elements of the Shadowrun universe, concerning predatory cosmic entities with obscure, confusing systems of rules that mortal minds can barely comprehend. A great deal of the game takes place in the areas surrounding Kowloon Walled City, a place that, in real life and in Shadowrun, was one of the most horrific slums of the 20th century. In Shadowrun, it was rebuilt years before the game takes place, and is arguably even worse now than before, as a wretched hive of rot, brutality, and hopelessness. The negative energy that seems to radiate from the walled city feels indescribably awful. Because it absolutely is. From a gameplay standpoint, this is easily the best of the three games. Combat is quick, the various skill trees have been far better balanced, and almost any build is entirely viable, provided you can focus yourself and not try to take levels in a new skill, instead of focusing on the one you're already good at. The music has been greatly improved, with an emphasis on orchestral sound over electronics, making the entire Hong Kong area feel alive. The violins are especially beautiful, and really bring out the depressing, dark air of the world you're in. Overall, this game is easily the best of the series, and even contains a far more difficult epilogue campaign, in which your character's tale is finally finished. This has been Fresh Waters Productions, and remember, reality's living in all the places no one wants you to see.